Tuesday, so it's a little bit different for me to do this live on a Tuesday, but I've got kind of a busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow is this week. Today is kind of busy. Tomorrow is Nate's birthday, so I need to go get some shopping done. I need to make a cheesecake because that's his favorite, and I need a birthday card. So I figured I'd hop on live and do the birthday card because it's one less step for me to when I'm doing a recorded video, I have to record it and then upload it and do all the description and all that kind of stuff after the fact. Whereas this way, it just happens all now. So figured I would cut one step out of my day and be live with you today. So let me just make sure everything is good here on the computer. Make sure you guys can all see me and everything is working right. There we go. There is my mug. All right, so that looks good. Hi, Liz. So I'm going to play with some new pattern paper, and I'll say this was a little bit of a challenge. I did kind of plot out what I'm going to do a little bit today, but it's not completely done. So we're going to kind of do it on the fly, but I also have something in mind. So I actually wanted to make a card with some paper that is in the new mini catalog, but I don't really have a lot of guy themed cards or stamp sets with me, so we had to kind of improvise. So I'm using this it's not Enjoy the Journey, it's something about the ride. I don't remember what the name of the paper is. I don't think I have the thing with me here, but it's all kind of masculine. Let me just turn this around and show you here. Don't mind my ugly messy desk. Let's make sure that's good. And actually I might actually turn on my light here, see if that helps. There we go. Got a little reflection of the light here just because of this paper, but it's really cool paper. So this is one side, and let me just get you the name of it because I have the catalog here. I'll show you. It's actually a motorcycle themed suite, which is, I think, is awesome. I'm not a motorcycle rider, but there's a lot of you that are, so I feel like this is an awesome collection for those of you. And I think it's really cool for masculine stuff. Like this embossing folder is definitely going to be in my stash because it's perfect for Nate. I love the studs here, the adhesive back studs. Those are perfect too. The stamps that I probably won't get because my style, but I do love this paper. So it's 12 by 12 paper, and one side you can is kind of, so it's special 12 by 12 paper, and one side you can is kind of, so it's specialty paper and kind of some pattern, and it's even a rose one, which I think is great. And then if you flip it, did I lose my connection here? Oh, I think we're off or not. Okay, there we go. It looks like we're good now. Okay. Yeah, the internet is wacky. My internet has been wacky all day today, so I'm hoping I'm good now. I turned off my Wi-Fi, so I'm just using my data, which is fine. Yes, the paper is really cool. So then the back side is all kind of plain prints. So you've got some like road signs, you've got some nice pumpkin pie, I don't know what that's called, metallic kind of thing. You got little diners with the motorcycles in front. I love this one too. So this one's really cool. It's actually a 12 by 12 that you can actually cut apart and do some little pieces with. Then you've got this pattern here, which is just kind of like the gear. And then of course some motorcycles. So a really, really fun collection of product. You guys, I feel really guilty. So I locked Shelby out of the room. I never do that for her because she's usually really good. But she has been full of energy, even though I took her for a walk. Sorry, I'm just fixing this here because it's kind of crooked. Okay. I'll zoom in a little bit too. Whoops, that's a lot. Sorry guys. Okay. That might be too close. I don't know. Anyway, I locked her out because she's been playing with her toy like really obnoxiously and putting it under my table. So sorry you guys. There we go. So I just locked her out so she wouldn't be a brat, and now she's like, I can hear her laying right on the other side of the door. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, Kathleen, I'm sorry. It's just my internet. I took off the Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi is not working, but it's really kind of iffy. So I apologize. There's not really much I can do other than just signing off and recording the video. So, and I may do that later if I need to, but got a lot to do today. So anyway, so I took a piece of this pattern paper. I need to make a card for Nate. And so I used this wrench paper because it's very appropriate. Yes, Sue Shelby is getting even with me. She's playing with my internet. So yeah, she's just outside the door here. I'm sure she's super sad because I never, ever, ever lock her out of anywhere. So she's probably like, what the heck, Mom? But she was being problematic. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tape this down because I'm pretty sure that's all I'm going to do with that. Before we started, I die cut this little pattern out of one of the pattern prints from the Something Fancy. Is that what it's called? Something Fancy Dies. Yeah, these are really awesome, you guys. I've used them a ton. I'm actually using one of the banner strips here too, so I'm going to use both of those. And then what I did was, because I don't really have a stamp set that coordinates with this, I took some of the paper. So I'm going to use just this. I fussy cut this out of that pattern paper. I'll show you a piece of it here. So this is cut apart for the paper share, but I just cut a little piece out of it. You could, use any of the elements. And, oh, she's pawing at the door now, poor baby. But I just used that little jacket because I didn't feel like that was too bikerish, because Nate's not a biker either, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do something very bikerish. So that's what I was thinking. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to attach this. So I had to be a little creative. This paper has very vanilla, not basic white in it, or basic white, or basic vanilla, or whatever it is now. Very vanilla. So I am using white as my... I didn't really want that right there. I am using white as my strip for the sentiment, but you can see for the most part, the focal point of this card is going to be the paper. All three of those things are paper, right? So sometimes when you're low on elements for your projects, look to your paper, see what's in it, whether there's flowers or things you can fussy cut. I know all of you don't love to fussy cut, but it can be a great solution when you're stuck. So I'm going to use a little bit of my baker's twine, the Essentials Baker's Twine pack. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive here, and I'm going to do some big loopies because I want to kind of have something else of interest back here. So I'm going to just do loopies. She just laid down. I could hear her collar. Poor baby. I feel bad, but I knew she was going to be really obnoxious if I left her in here. She puts her ball, like this is, I don't know if you guys, if your dogs do this, but she loves to like stick her toys under things and then try and get them. And she's very obnoxious about trying to get them. So she'll dig at it. She's eaten our entertainment, like she gnaws at our entertainment center. She gnawed at my bureau. So I've got dog marks in the bureau. So she just like, but she does it over and over again. And then she'll sit and whine and look at it for you to go get it because she wants it back, but she can't reach it. So it's just this, it's like the kids that, throw things off their high chair and want you to pick it up. It's kind of like what she does. And I always say I'm not going to get it for her because I'm teaching her bad behavior, but I can't help that little face. But I knew if I left her in here today while I did this video, she would be under my desk right now trying to get that ball. I took it out and gave her the ball, but I left her, I closed the door on her so she couldn't come back in. So now she's not playing with the ball. She's just sitting on the other side of the door. So I feel really bad. But yeah, my poor little baby. We did go for a walk this morning though. It was very chilly. All right, so I'm going to just attach that to my card with some dimensionals. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. So I told you I already die cut this from the Something Fancy Dies, and then I'm going to pair it with the Something Fancy stamp set, which has this cute little happy birthday. So that will work perfectly. And I'm going to use some Memento Black. Okay. Like so. All right. And I'm going to pull this down a little bit closer to me so I can see it. I apologize if it's off the screen. I'm going to go straight down, straight up. And there we have our happy birthday. Okay. And then I'm going to plop this on top of here. Kind of like that. Looks good. I think I'm just going to put it down straight because this is already popped up. Or not straight, flat is what I meant. Because that's already popped up. So let's just do that. I'm going to stick that right about there. Looks good. Okay. And I feel like, I know it's a guy and I shouldn't have bling, but, well, there's no rules, right? Do I, see, I wish I had my black enamel dots, but I don't have those here. Maybe I'll just use the gold ones in here will be good. Unless I want to use... Those I think are too big. The little ones would probably be good, but I'll just use the ones I have over here. I like the pastel sequins, the pastel adhesive back sequins, because if you notice, they're sequins, but they don't have the hole in the middle, which I kind of like. I like when there isn't, even though sequins have holes, I kind of like when they don't for these, for cards, because it just, I like the look better. All right. Yes, sorry, I forgot. Yes, this is a folded 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock that I scored at 4 1/4 to create my card base. It's basic black, and I'm going to do the inside for you too, just because with a black card, you definitely need to have something inside. I think I'm just going to use all small ones on this just because, you know, he's not really all about the bling. I kind of wish it was silver. I don't, like I said, I only have limited embellishments here at the house. Silver would probably go better with this because, you know, wrenches and tires, all that kind of stuff are silver, not really gold, but we're going to work with what we got. All right, so now let's do something inside the card. So I have a piece of white cardstock here. I think it's the wrong size. I want it to be a base or a mat for inside, so I'm going to cut it to 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to give me a little bit of an edge around it. So the card itself, remember, is 4 1/4 by, I'm sorry, yeah, 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I took 1/4 of an inch off both sides. So that means 4 by 5 1/4. And then that's going to go right in here. But I want to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit, to use my friend Sherry's words. I'm going to take this orange paper that we used for that die cut element. And I'm going to actually cut like maybe 1 inch off the bottom here. And we'll just trim this down. Oh, you know what? It's not quite long enough. I need it to be 4 inches. And that's not 4 inches. So we'll do it on this side. Cut that here. And cut that here. And then I'm going to just stick that right along the bottom of that. And I don't know if I have any sentiments that will work for this. I still don't really know what I'm getting him for his birthday, so that's what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done here. But I don't really have anything right here that's going to be good for birthday. We said happy birthday on the front, so I'll probably just write him a little note on the inside. He loves when I write him notes. He doesn't really like, he can read obviously, but he doesn't really like to read because he, and I write a lot. So I'll try not to like write too much because he is not a big fan of reading. All right. And I tend to write like novels when I give him little messages. All right, so it's the English major in me. There we go. So now we have a cute little matching inside. So that will be my card for him. And then I can just write a little note inside, and I could stamp the envelope too. I don't really have a whole lot that I could stamp on it though. Like I said, I don't have wrenches or anything. So I'll probably, oh, you know what I'll do? Here's what we'll do. Let me find an envelope, and we're going to use some of the pattern paper. So like I said, we're really going to use this paper to its full extent. So what's on the back of this one? The checkered flag. Let me see where, do I have the wrench one left over? I see a little piece of it there, but where's the rest of it? Oh, there we go. Perfect. So I think this piece, oh, it's not going to be big enough. Just a tiny bit too small. All right. So you know what? I'm going to use, I want it to coordinate. So I'm just going to use another piece of it. So I'm going to cut it to like 2.5 by 6. So I'm just going to cut off a 2.5 inch strip of that. And then I'm going to go ahead, and I like to put the adhesive on the flap itself rather than the paper so that I don't overlap it all. And I'm just going to do that. Then we'll stick this down like so. Okay. And then we're going to do, I could trim this. Are you talking about this, Kathleen? Trim that with black? I thought about that, but I decided not to because I'll probably need the space to write. But, or I don't know, maybe you were talking about trimming the envelope with black. Could do that too. I wish this, oh, actually I don't have the stamp set. See, what would be really good is like a grungy, if you guys still have the gorgeous grunge stamp set. I know many of you have it because I loved that one and used it all the time. I should have probably kept it for my husband. I don't even know if we were dating when that one was out though. So, but that would be really cute to do some of the like grungy tire track kind of stamps on the front too, would be really fun. So, and there you go. So that would be the coordinating envelope, right? So there you go. Oh, I see what you're saying, Kathleen. Gotcha. Yeah, I could have used that little piece, but you know what? I have all that other paper, so I'll find something else for that other piece. So that is our finished project. So I just wanted to kind of show you, one, I wanted to get my card done for Nate, and B, two things at once, right? We always love multitasking. But two, I also wanted to show you how you can really use the paper as your main focal point. So the only thing I stamped here was the happy birthday. Everything else is paper. So it just makes it really, really fun and easy, right? We all have lots of paper, I'm sure. And now I'm thinking about it. I could have actually done this in that orange, would have been cute too. Just kind of a third element of that now that I've already done this, but that's fine. I'm good. So there you have it, our finished project. So I hope you guys got some ideas for how to use some of your paper. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I am actually, this little 6x6 pack was part of my paper share pack. So that is still open for registration, even though it was supposed to close yesterday. I haven't put in the order. It will be going in tonight. So if you want to sneak in, go ahead and comment below and I'll send you the link. Otherwise, I'll be back later this week with my card club information. So stay tuned for that. If you're not on my email list, the link to join is in the description of the video. And until next time, I'll see you soon. We'll be live on Facebook on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So see you then. Bye for now.